Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you may be getting this. Hello, my name is Professor Tom Berry. I am going to be your instructor for SOC 201 in an online format this term. Look forward to working with you throughout the course of the term. I've organized the class in a way that I think is it's manageable. It's really clear in terms of organization. My goal is to be able to support you in ways that are most effective for you. I'm a resource for you throughout the course of the term. So if you ever run into a challenge, a problem, an issue, or you just want to talk about sociology, you want to kind of talk about concepts, ideas, theories, we can always arrange a Zoom meeting, talk over the phone, via email. Also, if you're interested in additional educational opportunities or career options in terms of something related to sociology or sociology in particular, let me know, and we can set up a time to meet. Okay, so the goal of this particular video is just to kind of orient you to the class. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to disappear for a minute and to kind of walk you through some of the basics of the class. All right, so here's the Blackboard Shell here. Let me go to announcements. I send it out. There's an announcement out there just kind of giving you a little bit of a background about the class. Just letting you know kind of what to do in terms of navigating some things. I'm gonna click here on the weekly schedule. Oh, actually, let me kind of, okay, before I go to the weekly schedule here, all the additional readings for the class are in this link called supplemental readings. There's a list, there's a slew of articles in there. We're not gonna cover all of them. I've just built sort of a catalog of some stuff over the years. But if there's something referenced in the syllabus in terms of an additional article, that's where you will find it. All right, so let's go to week 0. Just want to kind of share a few things with you. First of all, this link here, link to student resources. Yeah, that is a great list of resources that are available to students for food, for housing, for other social support. I will talk about it a little bit more also in the syllabus, but I encourage you, if you ever get into a situation or you are in a situation where you could benefit from additional support, look at that link, look at all the resources that are available there, and reach out to Marcus LeGrand. His name will be on there, and he's a great contact person. This week 0 folder is just a kind of like a couple things just for you to kind of experiment around with. We're going to do a wiki. You're going to be in a group of the same group members for the first half of the term, and the same group members the second half of the term. Will be a different group of members the second half, but it'll be the same. The same group members. And the idea is to try to create some community where you have consistency week to week of people you're interacting with, that we're processing course content in this sort of wiki format. So this is just to kind of get you an opportunity to kind of play around with the wiki, kind of get used to it before the start of the term. So you just kind of get more familiar with the tool itself before we get started, because the first wiki is due that first week. And then trial submission. If you've never submitted something and turn it in, you'll be submitting weekly reflections over video lecture, and you'll be submitting them through Turnitin. So just to familiarize yourself with that. If you know how to do it, don't worry about it. Like I said here, it's just an experiment. I'm not going to check and see who submitted it, who hasn't, just for your own benefit. And then click here for the course syllabus. Okay, so here's the course syllabus. So here's my office hours. Here's kind of how I work office hours given this COVID environment that we are in. Is I will be available for sure between 1 and 3 Tuesday and Thursday by appointment. So let me know if you want to meet that time. I'm not going to keep Zoom open during that time for 4 hours, 2 hours on Tuesday and 2 hours on Thursday. But I will be available during that time or most other times, for you. So just drop me an email. Give me a call if you want to set up a time to meet. We have the Real World 7th edition. Sorry about the confusion on our website regarding the textbook. I worked with the bookstore over the summer. It's just complicated. They pull information and data from the textbook company to this other source that's kind of like a manager of textbooks. there's different kind of managers, so to speak, and they pull data, and that data is really clunky. We're going to work on it for winter term to make it a little bit less confusing. But the first one, the top one that you see in terms of the textbook or the bookstore, the website, does not have an image. That's the ebook. We're not going to use the access code, so don't worry about the access code. But the ebook is more than fine. The bottom one is the loose leaf. It's not a soft copy, which I was disappointed in. So loose leaf, it's a 3-hole punch, loose leaf format. And from what I understand, you can sell that back to the bookstore at the end of the term. Anyway, those are the 2 options there. All right, so I don't know, some sort of general ideas. Here's the learning outcomes. Basically, just kind of explain that we're looking at society at large, all the way down to the micro level. So this interaction between individuals, small groups, all the way to institutions and culture. The idea is to critically examine our theories. We're going to develop an understanding of theories and apply those theories throughout the course of the term. Evaluate our own perspectives, develop alternative perspectives, or see things from different vantage points. This becomes, I think, really critical or important in sociology. It's because we try to not take the world as taken for granted. So we are going to challenge maybe some of the dominant ways of thinking, our dominant beliefs, values, kind of ask questions about them, develop different perspectives in how we sort of think about the social world. Sometimes we're going to analyze our own value system, belief systems, put it in a larger context. And finally, that 5th one in terms of outcomes is demonstrate our knowledge through various types of writing. All right, we're going to have quizzes, wiki assignments, weekly video lecture, reflections, a midterm, and a final. Before I forget, the quizzes are multiple choice, true, false, based on the textbook information. They're designed to prepare you for the midterm and the final. They're designed to help reinforce important concepts and ideas from the reading. I think the best way to prepare for the quiz is to read the chapter, take notes, highlight things. The quiz, once you start it, you have to finish it. And there's enough time for you to kind of go back and consult your notes and look into the book, but not enough time where, you can just sit there, open up a question and go kind of hunt for the answer, so to speak. So some advanced preparation, and the more preparation you do, the more you'll be in a position for being successful in the midterm and the final. So the midterm and the final are written, midterm, and final. They're not meant to be difficult, but just comprehensive, dealing with the main issues, theories, perspectives that we've been working on through the first or second half of the term. All right, so here's the what I mentioned before about those resources and week 0 folder. Here's Marcus Legrand's email address. So contact him if you have a need for or would benefit from resources. Information about equal opportunity compliance, so no discrimination, based on a lot of different backgrounds. So just be aware of that regardless of this class or your experience at COCC. If there's ever a violation, or you perceive there to be a violation, there's contact information. If you have a documented disability, let me know so I can make sure I provide the accommodations to help serve you the best way possible. Academic honesty, do your own work, and you'll be fine. You're going to run into a problem on, if there's cheating on things or plagiarism, take that seriously. Could result from removal in the class. So there are rights and responsibilities in terms of the student. Classroom expectations is basically be respectful, follow these principles of community, that our goal is to challenge each other, challenge the idea, challenge myself, to be respectful, to be voice opinions and ideas, but in ways that are not divisive, in ways that provide support or provide, maybe not support, but provide an opportunity to learn, to grow, versus a sense of alienating people or creating division. So I'll facilitate that. I think, being an online class, it's going to be the group wiki would be the place where any communication in terms of written communication. So just be mindful of that, just being respectful of differences in the classroom. Okay, so I just go week by week. Here's sort of the attendance requirements. So by this Wednesday at midnight, make sure you complete that or else you will be dropped from the course. All quizzes are due by the end of the week, Sundays at 11:59. So just remember, it has to be done by 11:59. So if you started at 11:40, once 11:59 happens, the quiz will, wherever you are, it'll automatically save and end. So just make sure you complete it by 11:59. The video lectures, and when week 1 folder opens up, you'll see the kind of the explanation for the video lectures. Basically, it's kind of summarize some main ideas, 4 different points and issues that come up in the video lecture. I usually pose a question, so it's responding to that question, and then you submit that and turn it in. And I think the video lectures, my goal in those lectures is to provide you kind of background information, some things that I think are really important, a way to make the class more engaging and more meaningful, and just so that we're making sure that we're identifying and working with kind of core ideas for the class. And then the group wiki assignment for this week, when week 1 opens up, you'll see it. It's this geography of bliss, world happiness, these 2 different articles. Again, they're right here in supplemental readings. This is where you'll find them. Review the group wiki, kind of explanation requirements in the week 1 folder when it opens up as well. And then just make sure you post your response by Thursday. I mean, do it earlier, it'd be great, right? But by Thursday, and then between Thursday and Sundays, to go back into your group members, each group member, and make a comment, a discussion about their post. So keep in mind, Mike, when I'm looking at your feedback that you're providing your group members, is while it's nice to say, hey, great job. I mean, that's wonderful. I mean, say that, great job, really appreciate your perspective, whatever it might be. So give a pat on the back. But in addition to giving a pat on the back, what I'm really looking for is that you are providing information that demonstrates your understanding. So let's say somebody makes a comment about, on their post for Wiki 1 on applying one of the theories to happiness, and they make this kind of really valuable kind of connection between the theory and happiness and provide some good observations. And your response, I think an effective one would be, you could say, hey, great job. I mean, everything was clear, really understood. I understand better this connection between this theory and happiness. I appreciate it. From what I understand too, this theory also provides this in terms of the connection to happiness, or, also talked about with this theory is its application to this over here. So bottom line, what I'm looking for is making sure in your responses that you're engaging with each other, that you're demonstrating your knowledge versus just providing an affirmation. And then also use that group wiki format to, if you find websites, links, images, things that you might find useful, raise questions with each other, make it interactive. So, if somebody makes that connection to happiness, and they're talking about a particular theory and its connection, maybe pose a question to them too after you finish demonstrating your knowledge. Say, hey, Jackie, so what do you think? I mean, what do you think about, happiness is related to some other factor? And my hope would be that you use this opportunity in terms of the group wiki to foster a community, foster a sense of connection to others in the class, as well as sort of a format for processing information. Woo! All right, so I think that's it. I just want to provide that information. I am here for you. If you have questions, let me know. I'm here to support you throughout the course of the term. If you ever want to talk Soc, I'm always excited about talking Soc. So let me know, and stay tuned. I will post a video for week 1. Week 1 will open up on Saturday morning or this Friday night, and then you'll have the week to work on stuff. Anyway, peace. My name's Tom. You can call me Professor Barry. Call me Tom. It's more than fine. Have a good day. Take care.